Hello everyone, it's day 47 of my 60 pounds in 90 days weight loss challenge. And today, I want to tell you that carbs are for the birds and what I think is proof positive that we were meant to eat meat. Here we go. Carbs are for the birds. My wife's got some chili she made in there with a bunch of beans. Can't eat that because I don't eat the carbs and she didn't eat it. And then look at that. We got some Costco bagels, some raisin bagels. Nobody ate them. We're going to give them to my chickens because carbs are for the birds. There they are. They love that stuff. Look at that rooster get that bread. That's right. Carbs are for the birds. Look at my chickens took my carbs and gave me back little keto snacks. Oh yeah. Are there any more? No, not in that one. Oh, we got 3 of them. Look at my chicken. One of them laid a giant egg yesterday. Now it laid this deformed looking egg. And she's laid a couple eggs with really thin shells too that break when you touch them. I think maybe she doesn't lay eggs very good. Might be my little gray one because I see the gray feather on her. She's my favorite chicken. Oh well, I'll keep her even with the deformed eggs. Look at the fog back here. It's late in the afternoon too, and we're still foggy up here in the mountains. It's kind of nice. It's a cool breeze. Not frozen, but still pretty chilly. So, what I want to say today is that have you ever seen a gorilla? They got these big descended bellies, right? They sit around eating grass all day. They're really lean, but they've got these giant bellies. You know why they have those giant bellies? Because they have to pack so much vegetation and fiber into their gut to get the nutrients that they need, that they have to have that belly to hold it all and process it all. Think about all of the vegetarian animals that you can think of. You got an elephant. Look at their big old belly because they got to constantly eat and fill that thing up so they have enough nutrients coming in. Think about a cow. They've even got more than one stomach. They got so much grass going in there to get the nutrients that they need. And they got this big old pot belly. Horses, big old pot belly. Everything has this big old pot belly to store all of this grass in or all of this vegetation in so that they can get all the nutrients they need to run their body. And then think of something else that they have. Tiny little brains, right? They don't need a lot of energy to run their brain because the brain's not that big. Their brain's not that good. It's not like ours. Our brain is huge for the size that we are. And we don't have these big distended bellies to sit around eating vegetation all day long either. In fact, if you believe in evolution, one of the things that they say is along the evolutionary chain, you can see where people switched from eating a lot of vegetation to eating a lot of meat. And they did that because they needed to get all the calories that they could out of their food. They needed very calorie-dense nutrition, and that's what fueled our big brain. Well, either that fueled the big brain or the big brain is what created the need for it. It's a little bit hard to tell, right? But we have this big brain that takes, 500, 600 calories a day just to run our brain. That's why even if you just sit there in the chair, if you're fasting, you're going to lose weight because you need those calories to feed your brain. And that's why I think that we were meant to eat meat, right? Because we need that calorie density. And we get a lot of good things from the meat. And we got canine teeth, right? For ripping. And if you look at other predators, they're similar to us, right? Instead of the vegetarians who have multiple stomachs and chew their cud and have to eat pounds and pounds of greens every day just to get the food that they need. The other predators, they have smaller stomachs. They've got the canine teeth. They've got the bigger brains, right? They've got the forward-looking eyes so that they can chase down their prey. They look like us. I mean, yeah, they're animals, so they don't look exactly like us, but they're built like us in a way. And that's what I think is proof that we're supposed to be eating meat. Now, I don't think that we can't survive without eating meat. I don't think that vegetarianism is completely unhealthy. What I do think is that without modern inventions, vegetarianism would be a lot harder. Because what have they done? They've hybridized fruit, they've hybridized vegetables, they've gotten them bigger and sweeter so that they have more sugar in them, which gives you more calories. People are pressing oils and fats out of vegetables in large quantities that they wouldn't have been able to find back then. And so that's what people are eating to sustain themselves. They're eating olive oil and coconut oil, and that's great for keto too. I'm not saying that there's not benefits to vegetables or to being a vegetarian. I'm sure there's some benefits to it, but without the modern processes that we have, I don't think it would be near as easy to be a vegetarian, because you wouldn't be able to get all the calories that you need on a daily basis. So that's why paleo diets are so meat-centric, right? Now, I do think that there's some benefit to fiber. I don't necessarily know that the benefit is to your body. The benefit is to the bacteria that lives in your guts, because fiber is like a prebiotic. The bacteria feed on it. And so you need to feed that bacteria, because that makes up a lot of your system and a lot of your hormone levels, and a lot of your digestion is due to these bacteria that are in your gut. We're almost as much bacteria as we are anything else. So I think that fiber is good. And I think that we get a lot of micronutrients from good vegetables and good fruits, right? I think it's hard to get that nowadays though, because when you go shopping at the store, everything is GMO and engineered, and it's been hybridized. So I really think that people should be growing their own garden, and I'm not right now, but I need to work on that. That's something that I have a personal goal to do, is to work on growing my own garden and growing heritage and heirloom seeds, so that I can get vegetables and fruits the way that they used to be before we kind of bastardized them. But anyway, I think that if you look at a gorilla, obviously we're very closely related. Our body type looks similar, except they got this little tiny brain and they got this big, huge gut. And they sit around eating all day long to get enough energy. We're not built to do that, right? We're built for hunters and gatherers, and you got to have that meat. In fact, if you look at farmers versus hunters back only 150, 200 years ago, close to the east coast of the United States, apparently the farmers had teeth that were decaying, they had bones that were decaying, they had evidence on their bones left over of diseases that the hunters weren't getting. And the hunters weren't getting them because they were getting a lot more calorie-dense, nutritious food from the hunts that they were out getting, the meat, the grass-fed meat. So basically, we don't need to eat grass. Our food needs to eat grass. So leave your comments and your opinions down below. Remember, I don't have anything against vegetarianism other than I don't think that that's the way we were meant to be. I think that it makes it a lot easier because we have modern processes. And I think that without all of the modern processes and being able to source all these vegetables and fruits from all over the world and press them for gargantuan amounts of calories coming out of them, I think it'd be a lot harder to be vegetarian. And I do think that we need to be eating our vegetables. So in fact, I was listening to a podcast yesterday that was saying that we need to be eating like 100 different types of vegetables a year. And I mean, I eat mostly broccoli and cauliflower, maybe some green beans too. So I'm kind of behind the power curve. I need to start eating more vegetables so I can get more of those nutrients out of the earth. But anyway, I haven't weighed in yet today. It's like 4 p.m. right now, and I'm about to go in and eat for the first time. So that's about a 22-hour fast, I think, 20 to 22-hour fast again. And I'm going to go in and weigh myself. I have been drinking water and coffee all day, so it's probably not going to be as good as it would have been if I weighed myself when I first woke up, but I had to go to work real early today, so I didn't have time to get that done. And I'm leaving that video right now. And please like and subscribe. Let's get everybody that we can on a keto diet. Thanks a lot, guys. See you tomorrow. Hey guys, there's my keto strip for today. If you follow my Instagram, last night's meal was a little bit carb heavy compared to what I normally eat. Had a lot of cauliflower and vegetables in it, peppers and olives. So I had like 57 carbs, I think, for dinner. And I just wanted to show you the next day. Here I am still in keto. It might be the darkest strip I've ever seen. I mean, it's extremely dark, almost black. So I wanted to show you that to let you know that even with those extra carbs, 57 carbs all in one meal, here I am in ketosis. 264.6 again. What is that, like 4 days in a row? I'm at the exact same thing?